Welcome back to Surrey Supernatural. If you're new here or returning, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Today we're diving back into the world of Hollywood horror, uncovering the real stories behind Annabelle and the Amityville Horror. How much of what we see on screen is fact and how much is pure fiction? Let's find out. The real story of Annabelle revolves around a young nurse who received a Raggedy Ann doll as a gift from her mother. Wanting to buy something unique for her daughter, the mother came across the doll and thought it was the perfect present. However, after the doll arrived in a flat, the nurse and her flatmate began noticing strange occurrences. The doll would change positions on its own, sometimes sitting cross-legged or with its arms crossed, despite being left with its limbs straight. Even more disturbingly, the doll started moving from room to room, appearing in places where the doors had been shut. Mysterious notes began appearing on paper that the girls didn't recognise, and the boyfriend of one of the girls grew uneasy. He warned him that the doll was evil. One night, while he was asleep, he awoke to find a doll on top of him, seemingly trying to strangle him. He also suffered deep scratches on his body, drawing blood. Frightened, the girls sought help from a medium, who told them that the spirit of a young girl had died on or near the property, and wanted to possess the doll. Believing this, the nurse and her friend gave the spirit permission to stay. However, after the attack on the boyfriend, the nurse reached out to a priest, who in turn contacted his superior. Eventually, the case came to the attention of Ed and Lorraine Warren, renowned paranormal investigators. Ed urged the priest to perform an exorcism on the house and bless the residents. Meanwhile, the Warrens decided to take the doll with them, believing it to be a dangerous conduit for supernatural forces. In the film, Annabelle is not a Raggedy Ann doll, but a creepy looking porcelain doll. This change was made to make the film scarier. The movie storyline also differs significantly. Instead of a nurse and a flatmate, the film focuses on a husband and wife with a newborn baby. The wife collects dolls and her husband buys her a wear one, Annabelle. Another major addition is the involvement of a satanic cult, which was never part of the real story. This was added to explain how the demon came to possess the doll in the film. In the movie, the husband throws the doll away before they move, only for his wife to find it mysteriously boxed up in her new home. In reality, the nurse and her friend never attempted to throw the doll away before handing it over to Ed and Lorraine Warren. The film also includes events that never happened in real life, such as Annabelle starting a fire in the kitchen and young girls being dragged across the floor by an unseen force. These are just some of the embellishments and outright fabrications that Hollywood introduced to the story. What do you think? Did the filmmakers take too many liberties with the truth? Let them know your thoughts in the comments below. The Amityville Horror revolves around a house in Long Island, New York. On November the 13th, 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. walked through his home with a shotgun, murdering his parents and 4 siblings in their sleep. DeFeo was later arrested and confessed to the killings, but he later claimed that the voices in his head told him to commit the murders. After this tragedy, the house remained empty until George and Kathy Lutz purchased it and moved in with their 3 children. What was supposed to be their dream home quickly became their worst nightmare, as strange and terrifying events allegedly began to occur. After just 28 days, the Lutz family fled the house, leaving all their belongings behind. Both the 1979 and 2005 movies adaptations take creative liberties with the real story. One of the most famous scenes from the films is the priest being swarmed by flies while blessing the house. While a priest did bless the house in real life, he was not attacked by flies. However, he did report feeling a intense chill when he entered one particular room, the sewing room. In interviews, David Lutz, one of the children, claimed the house wasn't unnaturally cold, which may explain why the movie shows George Lutz continuously tending to the fire. Another major change in the 2005 film is the depiction of black sludge pouring from the toilets. In reality, George Lutz stated that the toilet bowls themselves turned black, but the water remained clear. The movie also introduced a character named Jodie DeFeo, one of the murdered sisters. but in reality no such person existed. However, the real life Missy Lutz did have an imaginary friend named Jodie, who was said to appear in different forms, sometimes as an angel, other times as a pig. Perhaps the most exaggerated scene is the blood running down the walls, a terrifying moment in the movies, but something that never actually happened. The 2005 film goes even further, showing George Lutz attempting to murder his family with a shotgun and even trying to kill Kathy with an outboard motor. None of these events ever took place in reality. Fact or fiction? You decide. Do you think Hollywood went too far in dramatising the events of the Amityville Horror? Do you believe in haunting, or was it all a hoax? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other content on what Hollywood got wrong. Please like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, stay spooky.